Hello friends, let us continue our topic from previous program that we were discussing in our last video. Addition of two integers from command line. I am going to create one new directory on C drive mkdir_cpro. Let us go to the new folder cpro and now let us create a new program in Notepad++ editor that we have seen in the last lecture. Notepad++ add.c, and this is how we have created a new file in Notepad++. Now let us type our program for addition of two integers in Notepad++. Here I am typing the program. Please pay attention. I have taken three integers. Now let's put a message for the user. Enter two integers, and we should accept two integers by using scanf input instruction. Let us use format specifiers, address of x and then address of y, and z is equals to x plus y. This is addition of two integers. Let us print the output. Addition is equals to %d, and in place of %d, value of z will be printed. Let us save the program, Ctrl S, and now I will compile this program by using GCC compiler, GCC source file name add.c-o, and we will give add name to the output file. So program is compiled successfully. As we can see, the prompt has come. There is no error. If there is any error, it will be displayed here, and now we can see our program is completed successfully. Let me execute the program. Simply typing the output file name executes the program. So here it is executed. It is waiting for the input as we have used scanf instruction. So right now what has happened, this instruction is executed and we can see the output enter two integers is printed in the command prompt, and now it is waiting for the input because of this scanf instruction. We will have to supply two integer values which will be added and result will be displayed. So let me enter two integers 32 and 12. You can see addition is displayed. Addition is equals to 46. This is the action of this last printf statement. So what if I want to provide these two integers in the command line itself while calling the program for execution? Those arguments are called as command line arguments. Let me explain. If I call the execution file like add and then 34 12, if I provide such two numbers in the command line itself, these arguments are called as command line arguments. The question here is, where would these arguments will be collected in our program? So answer lies in this statement. Execution of any program always starts from the main function. That means these parameters, these arguments that we supply from the command line will be collected in main function of the program. Now let us first understand syntax of main function that collects the command line argument. Whenever we execute the program, our operating system actually calls the main function of the program, and any command line arguments that we supply should be collected in main function. So let us understand the syntax first. Syntax of main function that collects the command line argument is like this. Till now in all the programs we have used main function like this: void main and empty parenthesis. This empty parenthesis indicate there are no arguments for main function. But right now in this new syntax you can see there are two parameters in the main function. One parameter is of type integer. It's named as argc. It is argument counter. It is argument counter. That means it counts the number of command line arguments. If we pass 3 command line arguments, then the count will be 3. If we pass 5 command line argument, then the count will be 5. And the second parameter is array of pointers. You can see it is character star, and this symbol indicates array. So it is array of character pointers, and each character pointer can point to a string. So it is indirectly an array of strings. All the command line arguments are stored in this array of strings as strings. The first argument is always the file name, output file name, and then all the arguments are separated by space and collected in the array of string. Now we will see what exactly it is. ARGC is argument counter. It is number of parameters that we have supplied, including the file name that we type for execution of the program. ARGV, it is argument vector. Array is called as vector. Array of strings which stores command line parameters as string. So memory map of this thing, this collection of parameters can be seen as follows. You can see it is ARGC. It will be containing the count of parameters. Suppose I have typed 5 parameters including the file name on command line, then the count will be 5. The first parameter in ARGV, this is the array of strings. The first parameter, that is ARGV of 0, will be file name, output file name that we have executed. Then the second will be the second word, parameter 1, then parameter 2, then parameter 3, and then parameter 4. Let me explain this concept of command line arguments to a simple test program, then we will come back to our program for addition of integers. Let me clear this command prompt window by CLS command clears the command prompt window. Now I will open one simple test program, notepad++ test.c, and here I will type #include dio.h void main integer argc comma character star argv array, and then we will simply print all the command line arguments. So let me take one integer I. For I is equals to 0, I is less than argc, because we have started from 0. So if there are 5 parameters, it will be from 0 to 4 in array of characters argv. So I plus plus, and let us print printf /n %s argv of I. We will see all the parameters in the output. We will provide heading before this printf, like printf /n CLI arguments that are collected in main function. Okay, so let me compile and execute this program. Let us save the program first and then compile it. GCC test.c -o test. So it is compiled successfully. Let me execute the program. Test. So here you can see CLI arguments, and there is only one argument, that is the file name itself, because we have not passed anything other than file name. So here is the execution call test. So we have passed only one argument, that is argc, count is 1, and that first parameter is in the array. Array will not be of size 5, array will be of size 1. The number of parameters that we pass, array is created according to the number of parameters. So here it is printed argv of 0, that is test, and at 1 this condition is false and control comes out of the loop. Now I will execute the same program again with few more parameters. Let us type test hello world info planet. So here I have passed 5 parameters, and you will see it in the output. Now you can see CLI arguments 1 test hello world info planet. What happens? Let us understand the memory map of this thing. here it will count the number of parameters first of all, and the count of the parameter is 5, so argc will be 5. And after this argv of 0 will be the first parameter, that is file name. argv of 1 is hello, this is memory map I am drawing, that means what is created in the memory, then hello, then it will be world, then info, and finally planet. So this is how it creates the number of it collects the number of parameters that we passed from the command line. Now let us come back to our program for addition of integers. In this program, if I want to pass the command line argument, instead of collecting the input from scanf, I will show you the solution. Let us modify this program. Let us remove this input part. We will collect the input as command line argument. First will be argc, that is argument counter. This is the syntax that I am going to use for command line input. Character star argv, array of character pointers, and then if I am going to enter two numbers with file name, the first parameter will be the file name itself. Second string is our first number of addition, and the third string is our second number of addition. But the important thing is these two numbers will be stored as string in memory. We will have to first convert both the string into integers, and then we can perform the addition. For this purpose I am going to use one standard library function. I will show you it in the program. So let us include stdlib.h. when we collect the command line arguments, we will get number x from string 1. String 0 is the file name, string 1 is the number 1, string 2 is the number 2, string 2 is the number 2. So here I will convert argv of 1, that is the second string actually, into the integer. This a to I function converts the given string into integer, and it will be collected in x. So the first number which is entered here will be converted to integer and collected in x. In this similar way I will convert third string actually, but it is stored at second index 0, 1, 2. These are the three index that we are going to use. And now I can perform the addition. Z is equals to x plus y, and we can print the addition which is already printed in this program. Let us save the program, and now let us compile it again, this program. So let us clear the command prompt window and compile the program again, gcc add.c, and let us provide the output file name as add. So you can see program is compiled successfully, and now when I call for the execution, I must provide two numbers for addition, which I am going to provide as 30 and 20. When this program is executed, you will be able to see the result. So here you can see addition is printed, addition is equals to 50. So let me explain the execution of program in detail. When we called for execution like this, add 30, 20, the argument count becomes 3. Array of 3 strings will be created. The first string will be file name itself, second string is 30, second string here is 30, and the third string is 20. These are not integers, these are actually strings right now, so I am writing them in single quotes. And after that, when this function is called a to I, argv of 1, argv of 1 is 30, string 30, it is converted to number 30 and stored in x. So x is 30, and after that argv of 2, that is string 20, is converted in number 20 and stored in y. So this is 20. Addition of 30 plus 20 is 50, stored in z and printed here. Now in this program we will have to think possibilities and make some improvement. First possibility, what if user does not provide enough parameter, or second possibility is what if user provides more parameters. In second possibility, if user provides more parameters, there is no major problem as such, because our program is going to collect all the parameters here, but it is going to add first two numbers only, this as x and this as y. So let us execute. You will see addition is still 50, all these numbers are not added. But what if user does not provide enough number of parameter, or user enters less parameters? If user enter only one number, or user does not enter any number at all, then here it will be the file name, one number will be stored here, that is 10 suppose, and array will be of size 2 only. And when in our program we are going to access argv of 1, it will not generate any error, because argv of 1 is valid string, that valid number that we have entered. But when argv of 2, when our program tries to access element out of our array, element out of bounds, then there can be any random error that we can see, and we will have to correct this situation, we will have to handle this situation correctly. So let us try to execute and see what happens. So here you can see it is printing addition is equals to 30, or sometimes it may not give any correct result. Here it is printing addition is equals to 0. So this is something uncertain, what will happen that we cannot guarantee in this case. So we should control, or we should add some proper controls in our program to handle this situation. So what I am going to check here is count of the arguments. If argc is equals to 3, that means file name and two numbers, then only we are going to perform this addition, conversion and addition, and then we are going to print the result. But if count is less than or greater than 3, then in else we are going to give the message, please enter two numbers. So you can see after this modification, if we compile and execute our program, so let us first compile the program again. After any changes, you need to compile the program again. So there has been some problem. Yes, I have entered this on the other line. So enter two numbers and I have given semicolon. Let us save the program again and try the compilation. So program is now compiled successfully, and let me execute the program. Add 20, 30, two numbers. I am entering two numbers only. Then in this case it will be executed successfully and it will display the result as 50. If I enter four numbers, it will give us message, please enter two numbers. If I enter only one number, again it will give us message, please enter two numbers. So by controlling the count, by adding some check on the count, if there is enough number of parameters or not, we can check it through argc. If argc is equals to number of required parameters, then you can perform the action, else you can give the message to user. I am giving you one challenge here. What you have to do, you will have to modify this program of addition in such a way that if I provide any number of parameters here in the command line, then all the parameters should be added. For example, in this case it should print total numbers 4, total numbers equals to 4 and addition is equals to 150. So I am not going to show you the code, but I will show you the output which is expected in this challenge. So let us execute this program. So here you can see the output. Total numbers equals to 4 and addition is equals to 150. Let me execute it one more time. I will increase numbers, and now you can again see total numbers equals to 7 and addition is equals to 250. So you can provide any number of parameters in this function and you can collect addition of all the given numbers. This is the challenge. If you have any doubt or query, please send me a message on WhatsApp, or you can just comment below the video. And if you complete this challenge, you can also send me the your code on WhatsApp, or comment it in the below video. Thank you.